Week 7, Game 2 of the VXFL. Thank you all for coming out. We got the Giraffes versus the Pioneers.
Are we good?
Immediate.
We good? Are we good to go? Are we good? Are we good to go?
Are we live?
Are we live?
We're live? Okay.
Mark, you want to bring this in?
Yeah, alright,
Fans coming out today.
how do I bring this in? I know. As we set to start this game between the Seekonk Pioneers and the Albuquerque Giraffes, the second matchup of the two, immediate touchback by the Giraffes as the Pioneers set to go on O.
Trevor O'Brien will be taking over as quarterback like he always is after he was drafted first overall.
And rightfully so this season showed.
Surveys the defense, takes the snap.
Looks good. A little run and throws the Austin Cup for
Fires to
Austin Cup for the tank that could with touch one. That was the tank that could, man. I think
He really was.
number 11 Austin Cupfer is moving.
You give him a lot of green grass and he'll take all of it. Once you see his head go down like this and he's starting to go, oh, you know it's off to the races.
The second his head starts moving, the rest of him's moving too.
Looks like the Pioneers have a hurry-up offense.
Pioneers with a hurry-up offense.
It should be down there, towards the front left.
O'Brien.
There you go.
This is number 14.
You put Anthony Yusuf all the way down to the right, bottom of your screen. Yusuf moving it back across the field.
Back in motion, Yusuf. As the ball has not even been set in play.
Ball has not even been snapped. I would not be surprised if we see a QB power right here. As I said, I thought it would happen. And O'Brien's on the wheels.
O'Brien.
And Trevor O'Brien with another rushing touchdown. Number 9, Trevor O'Brien with a rushing touchdown.
About a 30-yard rushing touchdown.
As he woo walks for, as what did we tell you, for Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke. Hey, stream his new album that just came out last night, I believe.
It was last night. Faith came out.
Yes, sir.
And that's what he would have wanted.
That's what he would have wanted. Yes, he is dead.
Yes, he is indeed dead. But the woo walk celebration was actually planned last night at Coach Comforter's house.
And the woo will never die.
The woo will never die. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. But you live on today at the VXFL.
I would love to play
I
some
would
Pop
not
Smoke.
be opposed to playing some Pop Smoke
I would also not be opposed. It would really be fitting.
And also, this is the second game of the year we've had Zach Sigmund on the field.
Oh yeah, Siggy comes out for both Pioneer games, I believe.
Yeah. Still in motion, surveys, takes
He
off,
was.
looking.
O'Brien moving around the pocket, throwing down to the corner and
Oh,
overthrows Dylan Goldfarb.
And in the words of Coach Jay,
How many overthrown balls should the
end
NFL? Zero.
I think the answer is 0.
I'm pretty sure as Mason Sweats once said, I think it's 0.
I'm now holding on to AirPods for Anthony Yusuf.
Anthony Yusuf was out there bawling with AirPods in his pocket.
The nickname I gave him was Yu. We call him Yu all the time.
Yu, the beast from the Middle East.
Anything else we'd like to call him?
Yeah, pretty much.
And to become a beast, like the beast from the Middle East, become a beast like that.
As Liam Livingston tries to take out Will Morgan.
Yeah. I don't know what would have caused that, Liam
Such
Livingston.
animosity from Liam Livingston.
A very rude human being, truthfully.
Animosity.
But also, back what I was saying.
S-T-Y. Animosity.
With Anthony Yusuf out there, the beast from the Middle East.
S-I-T-Y.
If you want to become a beast like Anthony Yusuf, you got to go to Vero Fitness.
You got to go to Vero Fitness. You got to live big, throw hard.
Live big, throw hard. By Trevor O'Brien.
Yes, sir.
The second.
Pioneer set the kick.
Hey, nobody goes to Planet Fitness. Nobody goes to Planet Fitness.
That is a great question.
Everyone
How
goes
many
to
people that actually participate in the VXFL work at Vero Fitness?
I know I go to Vero.
I go to Vero Fitness. Dylan Goldfarb. Trevor O'Brien. Cameron Burns. Andrew Clipstein is now getting a membership.
Robert Craig.
Yeah. All of us great players. Daniel Williams, Dylan Averill, David Schwartz. Onside kick. That did go. And Sig is on the ground, and nobody's getting that ball from Siggy. There is no shot.
Siggy is one big man.
Hence
Why he won the award last year, Big Man of the Year.
he could have won the award twice because how big that dude is.
He is ginormous.
A very large individual, but truly one of the nicest guys you will ever meet in your entire life.
He really is. See, even in the game last year, Keen Bowl Part 2, or even in the championship, Keen Bowl Part 3, all we did was just talk and talk and talk when I was rushing or when I was receiving. All we did was talk and joke and laugh, and it was a really good time.
And we had a great time because Zach Sigmund is such a nice guy. I'm a big fan of nice people, but I'm a better fan of nicer food. And there's no chance you can get a better chance of nicer food than at Cafe 66.
Precisely.
We have Ryan
A
Srigley
good Cafe
taking a snap.
66 meal right after a good workout at Vero Fitness.
Anthony Yusuf putting pressure on him, and he flips it out.
Flips it out.
And this dude's got wheels and a tackle from Kyle Fahey.
About 15 yards on the
Tackle from Kyle Fahey. Respect the specs at all points in time.
Respect the specs. Respect the specs, baby.
Number 1, Kyle Fahey.
As Peyton Keene
And
shows off his
also,
amazing
I'm
hands
very,
at
very
referee.
sad that we are not joined today by Owen Casey.
Yeah,
Owen the Lemon Pepper Stepper TikTok Casey is not with us today.
if only.
He was taking his ACT this morning, or SAT, or something.
Something of the sort.
Something of the sort. He was doing that at, Treasure Coast High School?
I think so.
Yeah, Jared, the member of the Goblins, which if you heard the last game, you might have heard me screaming the entire time about Let's Go Goblins. All the time.
There was a perfect ball to Gavin Tierney.
Gavin Tierney
Gavin
can
Tierney's
move.
showing that he is an all-star.
And he caught over Trevor O'Brien, who it seemed a perceivably pretty fast person out
And
here.
they're about like the same height, I believe.
I think he'll be a little bit taller.
Maybe like an inch. But Gavin's arms are
Gavin's got long arms. He's the only person in this league I think that can compete with Cornell for arms. Him, Cornell, Nate Gwynn.
Nate Ginn does have some really long arms.
I think Nate's arm might be longer than most people in this league. I think Nate Gwynn's arms are longer than Dylan Goldfarb.
They might be. They
Like
just-
one arm, just straight to the ground, is bigger than Dylan Goldfarb is.
Easily.
It's got to be easily, man. Speaking of Dylan, look at him bottom of your screen. Looking absolutely beautiful.
In one-on-one
Ryan
coverage
Srigley taking a
against,
snap. And he throws the snap.
O'Brien says no.
And OB with the coverage. And he throws his hat out of frustration for which reason.
I don't think it was a frustration hat throw. I think it was more like a, yeah, get that out of here kind of hat throw.
Okay, I can see that. And I don't know right now, OB does so much for every single team out here.
He really does.
He really does. And he does a lot for a special person that he hangs out with all the time, his cat Kenny.
Kenny's a gangster.
Kenny
I
gangster,
must
man.
say. He is a gangster.
We love Kenny.
Hey, Kenny, if you're watching, we love you.
We love you, Kenny. And OB back in coverage on, I think it's number 2. I don't know exactly. Oh, that's Will Wagner. Ryan
Oh.
Srigley. Is he rolling out right?
Wagner was
And Gavin Tierney getting
touchdown.
covered by Will Morgan, who was not even close in the coverage, truly.
This pass rush from the Pioneers is seeming very
Lackluster.
lackluster.
It's not very good. Attaboy, Omar.
Look at that.
Omar Guevara, joined by myself, Caden Wilson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Peyton Keene, for putting this one together for us, buddy.
It was very nice to answer our prayers, St. Keene.
Thank you, St. Keene. I wonder what type of play they will be drawing up, as Sig is the first person to the line like he always is. I don't know if he's talking to Austin Kupfer. Anthony Yusuf is, I think, in trouble with Coach Cup.
Why do you say that?
Because every single time, he always is in his ear telling him something, whether it's stay outside. Srigley is moving, and he throws the ball to Gavin Tierney.
Gavin Tierney.
And it is completed. That is true statement.
Touchdown, you scored.
Wait, are we ready to go with the audience? We're ready to go with no.
O'Brien taking the seat.
We live here? All right.
And
After some technical
technical difficulties.
I'm sorry. I only went to Vero Beach High School, I promise. With a touchback from Gavin Tierney, the Pioneers are set to go on offense again.
And
Brock
Jared
has
Rivera is
made
off the
his
field,
appearance.
and Brock Thomas is now here, which means Jared will be out for the remainder of the game as he was just a sub player while they were here.
A pool player, yes.
A pool player. My apologies, Omar.
O'Brien takes the snap. Surveys looking Brock's direction.
And he throws the ball straight to Brock on his first play here. Oh, Brock!
Oh, he caught it!
Oh, Brock with some celebration as he runs down the field.
He caught that?
And the rocket ship does it again. Kyle Fahey just jumped into the most unathletic moment of his entire life. What in the world was that?
I thought
Brock
that
is
was the
waving.
ball.
Brock is waving his finger as he's running down the field.
Look at that. Put
How
out.
about that? First play that he
First
steps
play
in
on the field.
building, Brock scores a 60-yard touchdown.
The rocket ship does it again as they hug at about the 32-yard line in camaraderie. That is a true statement. They are the slowest team in the league. They absolutely take forever.
However, they have scored 2 touchdowns in 3 plays.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You move the ball. You push the ball down the field.
They do a great job. They really do.
They can make big plays, or they can make short 5-yard plays.
Everybody's moving down the field. Got Brock all the way out to the far left. Kyle Fahey down at the bottom.
Snaps the ball, rolls, looking.
And O'Brien is moving.
Towards the pylon, and he gets
Trevor Bryan with another rushing attempt. And he's in for the extra point.
O'Brien.
And Elvis has left the building.
I thought he just ran off to the bathroom for a second.
Elvis has left the building, buddy.
Does what he has to do.
On top.
As Zach Sigmund has hugged every person on this field multiple times. And I completely understand why, because Sig is such a nice guy, as he hugs OB right now. I can't believe Brock still caught that ball. I'm still in shock.
I really thought he dropped it. I thought that was just really good
In the
coverage by
disrespect
Gumpel.
of waving his finger, it reminded me a lot of what was it, Tyreek Hill and Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yep.
One of them showed up at deuces, and Brock just waving his finger telling him no, because Brock was just a superior athlete on that play. And you know what I think the key was?
Kicker, big-footed Garrett. Dylan will have to step in.
And do you know what I really think the key was there for Brock?
Catch the ball.
No, is that he goes to Vero Fitness, where you can lift big and throw hard, you jump higher, doing all the box jumps and things they have available for you.
It really is outstanding that the
I
things
absolutely
that they had in that.
And
gym.
the kick on Dylan Goldfarb, man. Oh, almost broke his leg from Logan Ross.
About tearing his ACL.
A little block,
Great block on the outside.
and Austin puts him on the ground, and Austin lets him know about it.
He almost tore his ACL.
As Trevor O'Brien did not move a single foot on the play,
And he still continues to celebrate.
and he dances at midfield.
Dylan asking if he makes up for Garrett, and he is playing extremely well.
As they scream FMC for whatever which reason,
But you know what they should be screaming?
HBG. That
HBG
BG is what
really
they
has
should-
helped out
Yes,
O'Brien lately.
that is what they should be screaming, is HBG.
Jared, can we get a shout out to the HBG?
Shout out to HPG.
You have to, Jared, if you don't mind, get OB's attention before you do it next time.
Yeah.
Just
Don't worry about it. Just we'll tell you later. We'll tell you later. As the Giraffes are set to get back onto offense.
And yes, they are. And Sigmund, back at center of the year, last year.
He could make a case for center of the year this year,
And he's only played 2 games.
Ryan takes the snap,
As he completely
as he allows no pressures.
cleans it. Good catch.
Good catch for about 17, roughly.
15 yards, I'd say.
Hey, he's on the line, Liam. He went off on the line.
I guess Liam Livingston was blind.
I think Liam Livingston might be the worst official in VXFL
I
history.
think that is a group agreement. Every single team in this league will agree that Liam Livingston is the worst
Except for the Goblins.
Except for the Goblins.
The Goblins would say Omar.
Second down, about five to go for the Giraffes.
Here we go.
Ryan in the backfield.
Here we go, Giraffes. As Logan Roth almost jumps off sides.
3-point stance, it looked like.
Survey. Cleans it.
And bad words coming out of Ryan Srigley's mouth if he throws the ball.
However, a lot of teams get away with a little bit of swearing.
Bit of an overthrown
Especially
ball
people on
there.
your team, Omar.
Especially people on my team.
Peter DeLuke,
Like Peter DeLuke, like myself,
like yourself, and like myself.
like
when I
Matthew
play golf.
Biondi.
Like
Yeah.
Omar. We play in under 3 hours, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
It'll be a good game.
It will be a good game.
Let's keep all of our hands to ourselves.
I'll make sure I tell Peter to Luke that.
I'll make sure I tell myself that.
I'm sorry, Alex Chairs.
Alex Chase, we do love you, my buddy.
However, you did kind of tackle him. It was an intent to get the ball. However, I understand. As Brock is in a 3-point stance about half a yard off the ball.
And Brock was pretty good doing it.
As Logan Roth goes back into his 3-point stance.
They have no pressure. No pressure. Austin Kupfer.
As he throws an underhand ball.
Oh, but it worked. He's got room. He's down by Anthony Youssef.
It was.
I thought it was too.
I saw. As you see between the two little boxes right here.
The refs arguing.
O'Brien is now trying to give them more yards for his own benefit, I think. I don't know. Trevor Bryan is a smart man, so I think he knows what he's doing
out there right now. Flinging the ball all over the field.
Great quarterback. I don't know how I feel about him at defense.
An even better person.
Even better
He's
person.
a great person, a great friend of both me and Omar's.
And to all the pioneers out there. Pioneers and, yeah, really. The pioneers, the hunters.
Austin Kupfer is on a move. The man that could.
And is completed again.
Oh, he breaks his own ankle.
Number 9 is okay on the play.
Breaks his own ankle right there trying to make his move.
I think it was the presence of Kyle Fahey that scared him off.
Hey, you got to respect the specs.
Saw him coming and he had to get down.
You got to respect the specs. You got to respect the specs.
The knowledge that man has of the sport is incredible.
However, he's an even better basketball player.
Absolutely he is.
He's an even better basketball player.
Giraffes looking at a second down and
I think the biggest thing about it today, though, is the absence on both sides of the ball for both teams.
Say again?
The absences.
Yes.
The Giraffes are missing their top 2 picks
Yeah?
with Liam Basura and who was their other top pick? I can't think.
No, I thought Tierney was their other top pick.
Oh, Jay to throw the ball. Finds it open receiver.
Picked off by a Goldie.
Oh, man.
Up until this point, the Giraffes' offense was looking phenomenal, and then
Now he hugs Trevor O'Brien. Like, their team hugs each other a lot. That is one thing I very noticed.
they are a very close team, yes.
Very, very close, bonded team. They hang out a lot.
Dealing with a great interception.
Coach
Heck,
Comforter.
we hang out with them a lot, too.
We hang out with them a lot.
And we're not even on the team.
We're the other team. I think we hang out with them more than we hang out with their own team.
We're honorary pioneers.
We are the closest thing to pioneers that are not
As
pioneers.
Peter Gumpel gets into an all-out sprint to get off the field.
He's the fastest player in the league I've seen so far. That dude was running a 40-yard.
As he has to, the poor guy has to run right back onto the field.
Taking snap and runs to the field.
Surveys.
Austin
Has
Kupfer taking a snap.
time. Flicks it back out to Brock.
Throws an absolute dime.
Coverage with Brock Thomas, and he kept up with him for a while. That was impressive.
There was just a good amount of separation on the throw.
Ryan's usually not known as the fastest guy in the field, but he kept up with number 23, Brock Thomas.
You know, I'll say it from being a teammate of Srigley's last year to this year having played against him. Srigley is like sneaky fast.
He is deceivingly fast. But I want to get back to Brock Thomas for a second. Brock has 2 names. When he catches the ball, he's Brock. When he doesn't catch the ball, he goes to Brick Thomas. So his hands turn into bricks.
That is very true. As we see a little bit of a
Shuffle the entire
movement,
field. I guarantee you.
it's going to be a QB power to the left.
Back to that left side. But they send another guy out there. I think Yusuf might be.
I think it'll.
I can still see the back.
His offense. Puts it out to Dylan.
I don't know what O'Brien's doing here.
Looking. Rolls.
It doesn't look like Kyle Fahey.
Oh,
Kyle
Fahey.
does absolutely nothing
Little bit
but small
overthrown.
right behind him.
As he says, just by a little bit, but I think there was about 5 yards between him and the ball.
But I think I'm going to say it anyway. In the words of Lenny Jankowski, how many overthrown balls in the history of the league have ever been completed?
And that's 0.
That is 0.
That is 0. That's 0 balls.
Thank you, Jarrett Wolf.
Very knowledgeable, Jarrett Wolf.
Next time I'm asking the crowd to give me an answer.
all of our 15,000 in attendance.
15 million.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, I only went to Vero Beach High School. I can't really count that well.
We love you, Jarrett Wolf. O'Brien is yelling shift on the field.
Shift, shift, shift. As Coach
Screams at everybody.
Comforter.
Get
Coach
that.
Comforter. Throws him out there.
O'Brien takes the snap.
O'Brien is
Moves out to
moving.
the left, looking, surveys, throws the Brock.
Brock
over to the
Thomas.
middle of the
For a
field.
first down.
First down, and
And it's
Ryan
gonna be a
Srigley is there
close
again.
depending on where the
Right behind him.
the spot.
He absolutely had a first down on that play.
Down, Pioneers.
As Liam tries to argue the spot of the foul. No, I know. You're telling someone to move it up. That's what I mean. I'm on your side here. I'm on your side.
We all are.
I'm on your side, man.
You know, and I can't say what that's like. It's kind of one of the things about, you know, in life, you have always been on the inside, but
You're right there.
I know. I appreciate that. I'm not always right. I'm right sometimes, very often.
Not very often, if I must say so myself.
But when I am right,
But when you are right, you won't stop harping about it.
I will not. Speaking of harping, you have a guy on your team named Harping, isn't that right?
No, he's in Ohio right now.
Oh, you know Harping will not be here.
He will not be here.
That's good to know. It's like,
That's Sigmund.
Brian
Ooh.
does Brock Thomas.
Oh my gosh! One-handed! One hand over the top of him! Oh my gosh! Outstanding catch! Outstanding catch right there by Brock Thomas.
Hands for Pine Tar.
I think we might need to.
That was
Ooh.
Brock Thomas.
Oh my gosh! One-handed! One hand over the top of him! Oh!
Oh, 4 catches, I'm sorry. 100, what was it? 122 yards.
With no warm-up.
That wasn't overthrown.
He caught it, didn't
That was in the perfect breadbasket for him.
It is not overthrown. That is how football works.
Precisely.
As the draft yellow said, it's overthrown. But
he caught
if you are
Hey,
overthrown,
if you have to jump up and catch it, if it's in your catch radius, that's not overthrown. Once it leaves that radius, then it is overthrown.
if you can put your hand on the ball, it is not overthrown.
Looking, surveying.
Clears the ball. He's just
looking
gonna
for
run
block.
all the way left. There's nobody
Sees
on
the
him.
pylon.
He points on somebody. He dives on the pylon.
I think he fumbled that before he got in.
And he did not get in. He lost the ball before it.
I thought he fumbled that, yeah.
He fumbled that.
I saw him fumble it.
Agree, but I thought he got it.
That ball came out before he caught
No, yeah, he definitely fumbled that.
Yes, he was. I guess y'all are right.
9 Saturday, I think.
He's been very close with those pylon dives.
He is the king of pylon dives in this league. I'd have to.
Yeah, and the one that he had on me first week, he knows he was down. He knows he was down. He even told me. He was like, "Hey, I was down on that."
But they gave it to him, and he will not disagree. But I'm still so impressed with the way
That was an
the block is
outstanding catch, yeah. Shows up fresh.
First play of the game, you get the touchdown,
Yep.
and then the very next time,
He,
he's been targeted 4 times. He has 4 catches. He's got pine tar on his hands. It has to be.
has to be.
Can we check Brock's gloves for Pine Tar, please?
He was just playing baseball.
So he might just have pine tar in his hands.
And O'Brien rubs his hat screaming my name, showing me that certain players in the league, like Garrett Cole especially, are not
He does.
very
indeed
good
have Pine Tar on his
without a
gloves.
substance.
You have to talk to the officials at halftime.
How you doing, boss?
Spider tack, yeah.
He's got a mixture of spider tack and pine tar in his gloves.
Spider tack, pine tar, a little bit of sweat and rosin, I think. Maybe some sunscreen and rosin as well. And Dylan Goldfarb about to kick the ball again. With a bomb.
We're good.
Gavin Tierney set to return. Cuts left.
Got some blocks in front.
Cuts out.
Somebody over.
Looking.
Will
Oh,
Warren does
he's
not
still
have
got room. He's got a block.
And a standing block by Siggy.
He's the last man to be.
He missed it.
Touchdown by Gavin Tierney. Oh my gosh.
Kyle Fahey could not get there.
Cornell's had like 2,
Cornell does have 2.
but they were both onside
Both on
returns.
sides of that technical
Giraffes drew that up
kickoff
perfectly.
returns, like an actual
Touchdown.
kickoff all the way back. Yes, Gavin Tierney is the first one of the year.
Wow.
Is that the first one of Expo history?
No, I know. I'm pretty sure last year I had one.
You might have had one last year, Omar. That's impressive, my man.
Thank
He
you.
is feeling it now, folks, but the
When you
Giraffes
played for-
score is now
The Florida Fighting Cockerels. And we are the only team to win a championship. I forgot the trophy.
Omar forgot to bring the trophy again. Yes, he always does.
I have like a bad habit of forgetting to bring the trophy.
I'm glad I brought this up, man. I really am.
I'm also glad that you brought it up. That way I
It's still
could.
in the top of your closet?
It still is. And that trophy will stay there until my mother brings it later before my game.
As Omar will be calling his
That's
mother
how it will be called.
to tell him to bring the trophy. Tell her to bring the trophy.
Hey, Mom. Hey, could you please bring the trophy from my room? Why did you...
Oh my God, I would give a couple shout-outs to our couple of sponsors. Brightview,
Is there any
Gas
way
out.
to stop by the house again?
Indian
I'm so
River Property
sorry.
Management, Pathway Church, Massive Academy,
Yes, I
Tropical
really need
Property
it.
Management, Renegade Visuals, who has been very, very
Because they
generous.
still need to do this
As
stuff.
Ryan Srigley takes a
Because I
snap,
should have been...
Austin Kupfer is moving, and he gets shoved out of the way by Ryan Srigley.
I should have brought it.
Oh, what a
Exactly.
This
catch!
morning, but I was...
How about
I was
that
so
catch?
tired.
Great catch by number 9, and he flexes right after he does it.
Please.
Let him people know that. He
It's the one that
family
says BXFL champs.
Pioneers still on top,
With
but the
the-
Giraffes
with the
are
football
fighting
mounted
back
onto it.
in.
Alright, thank you, Mom.
Can we get a time check?
I'll go back and give you my
Okay.
sponsorship. If Omar can move out of the way for me real quick, buddy.
Polish
South
Manny
State Bay,
Petty.
Polish Manny Petty, Next Level Production, Vero Fitness, where you can lift big and throw hard, Vero
Time check,
and
please.
Associates,
Okay.
Village State,
Alright.
Peyton,
absolutely incredible food.
Alright, let's
To
go.
a price.
2 minutes.
Martina's,
Sorry about that, folks. I had to make a quick call to my mother.
she will be bringing the trophy to Omar.
She will be bringing the trophy to me.
Rooted Landscape Services, A Pampered Life Net, and the FCA. We appreciate every single one of our great sponsors we have at the VXFL. Y'all do so much for us, and we could not do this without y'all. So we really, really, really appreciate what y'all do.
We are very thankful for all of our sponsors.
As once again, Trevor Bryan is hugging a player. He's always hugging somebody on the field.
He has to stay with his players.
Giraffes onside kick.
Recovered.
The Giraffes get the onside kick.
Brock tried to call to tell his teammates that they were going to onside to the one open zone, and nobody was paying attention.
Why is Jared Ruro allowed back on the field when they have 7 players?
Will Morgan might have just gone back out.
Out for the rest of the game?
Re-injured his ankle, I believe.
Ankle, wrist, whatever it was. So
No, wrist is me. Ankle is him.
Pioneers.
I think Alex Judge told me something with his wrist.
Yeah, his ankle. It's me with my wrist.
Timeout. Pioneers.
Timeout for the Pioneers. And Austin Kupfer yelled at Peyton, timeout. Omar, how was your wrist feeling today, buddy?
It's good enough. Slight bruising. Means I'll still catch the ball with it.
I believe that. Anthony, I think going to get a water, which reminds me, y'all need to hydrate.
We really need to hydrate. Hydrate to dominate out here on the field.
I'm gonna take a sip of water right now, and I think Omar's gonna join me.
Yes, I will.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Time in. Giraffes first and 20.
Thank you.
Never have I ever heard time in to resume action.
Yeah, you never played that. That reminds me of a lot of, that would remind me of like a UFC event where somebody would say time in or something.
Yeah.
Like Herb Dean. one of
Herb
the great-
Dean, one of the greatest refs I've ever seen.
Probably, in my opinion, the greatest.
The greatest.
ref that's ever been.
As
As Ryan, should we take a snap? Trevor O'Brien's rushing.
Ryan rushing has pressure.
And does right
There.
Peter Gumpel. Off to the races. Good block. Good block, Peter Gumpel. Peter Gumpel to the end zone. Touchdown, Peter Gumpel.
With a touchdown.
The Giraffes take the lead.
Peter Gumpel with an outstanding touchdown off some amazing blocks. I cannot stress this enough.
Giraffes are now in the
Blocks,
lead of this game.
blocks downfield are necessary. Whenever, if you want to score as a team, you have to be ready to block downfield. If you can't block downfield, you're not going to be able to get anything. Your star playmakers can make as many plays as they want. However, they're not going to be able to score.
Sorry. Wrong team.
They're not going to be able to score if you cannot block and set the edges for them to get out there, to get out into space to allow them to make a move.
Omar, I'm not trying to be rude, but it sounds like you're preaching because you sound like you have a problem with this on your own team.
No, I don't have a problem with this. My guys love, if there's anything my guys do good, is they block downfield.
Okay.
And they will do that constantly.
Yep.
No matter, even if it's me catching the ball, if it's Will catching the ball, if it's Matt catching the ball, it does not matter. We will all go down there and we will set any block that we physically can. We will be physical and we will be downfield setting the edges so that we can go score.
Ryan Srigley takes a snap. And they have no pressure.
No time.
An outstanding throw.
If Peter Gumbel
Oh, that was, I think that was a block in the back. That was definitely block in the back. Thank you. That was definitely a block in the back.
Late flag.
And O'Brien does something with a flag, tossing it back to somebody.
I think that should be a flag.
I think that just having fun out
The
there.
hat is off.
Get it off for William. I don't know if William has a jacket. Or what, William?
I think,
Alright. Well, that is a block in the back, which was the correct call there.
yes,
Absolutely.
most definitely was.
Block in the back.
And we have people walking around holding pioneer flags that, you know, while we were setting up this morning, we were most of us here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Omar got here at 7:45.
Hey, I got here at 7:30.
Okay, but you spent 15 minutes trying to get up here.
That is not true.
But Trevor O'Brien and Austin Gupfer left us
They redo the
to go get flags while we were trying to set up the field.
That is egregious, if you will.
Egregious.
Egregious.
I think they should be fined. I believe
I
they should be fined.
I believe they
Absolutely
should-
not fined OB because then I have to pay it. Because he is without a job. Because that's.
because Marshall's not a good job.
Let's not shout out a company that does not sponsor.
Yeah. Marshall's not sponsored. It is indeed,
Wolf with a great job.
it is indeed proven that Caden Wilson does in fact wear the pants in the relationship.
Marriage.
Marriage, I'm sorry.
Ryan takes a snap. Looking, has pressure from Austin. Throws up.
Throws up to Gavin Tierney, touchdown or extra point.
Saying that he is in. He looked incredible out there. And Siggy
Hey, they
with a
call
jump,
it a
and I was
catch.
great to see because the big man can't jump.
21.
Big man can get up.
Big man can't move. Zach Siggy. Huh? A great pitcher for Vero Beach High School. Great pitcher.
The Giraffes on
Personally, I'm
top
not
of the
a
61 Pioneers.
baseball guy, but I've heard my stories.
There is one great Siggy story that we will not mention of Siggy breaking his hand.
Oh yeah, I remember this story.
Siggy got mad. I'll explain it to you real quick. Siggy got mad
This is week 7.
during a game after he hit 3 batters.
5-1, I'm sorry.
He walked into a dugout
Sure they
that is
posted
made out of
60
cement and concrete and
And
punched the wall.
I was told that he,
4%.
I was told that he broke his hand, but he also cracked the wall.
He was close.
Was he close?
He was close. I was about a foot and a half away from when he did it. And that's why we say Siggy smash.
Siggy smash.
And it happened. He was attempting to smash that wall.
Almost like the Incredible Hulk. And speaking of the Incredible Hulk, I remember a story from Vero Beach High School. I think it was
Can we get a
Time check?
please? 142 and a half.
there was 2 great linebackers that were twin brothers, or not twins, but they were brothers. Emmanuel Thorpe and
Akeem Mitchell.
Akeem Mitchell.
Melon Keem, as we call
Melon Keem. And I believe it was Trey Brady up to throw at quarterback before he went full-on punter. And he threw it. He tried to throw a stick, which is just a 6-yard hitch route.
Ryan kicks it off.
Brock Thomas' hands are incredible.
Brock Thomas catches,
Does a little dance.
breaks off from Peter
More
He breaks it
dancing,
off.
and he is
as he's down.
There.
23-yard line.
However, so as the story goes on, Trey Brady throws it directly at I believe it was Mel.
It was Mel.
He threw it directly at Mel, and Coach Leonard Jankowski proceeded to scream his head off about how he threw it to the Incredible Hulk on defense when he was supposed to be throwing.
I thought that was Mason Smith.
No, it was Trey. It was
We have
Trey.
a great story about Mason Smith we'll get to in 1 minute.
This will be story time.
Yeah.
This will be. We'll go.
Between our story time, I do
we'll
have a
go-
question for you, though, Mark.
Shoot.
During our halftime interview,
Pioneers on
we
offense
got to talk
now.
to Brock.
First
No
and
question.
With Brock easily.
And who do we talk to? Gavin Tierney?
Gavin Tierney,
Gavin
yes.
Tierney and Brock Thomas will we be talking to during
Because Gavin Tierney, not only does he have multiple touchbacks, he has
touchdown
2 receiving touchdowns, I thought.
and a kickoff.
And he has a kickoff return.
World. Siggy fighting his heart
And
out,
O'Brien is
decides to
moving.
take off running.
He can move.
And
And he
they
was
call
tagged by
down.
number
Gavin Tierney.
Gavin Tierney is everywhere on this field today. But Omar, would you like to get back to your story about Trey throwing the ball?
Oh, yes.
Timeout, Pioneers.
Timeout Pioneers. But yes, Trey Brady proceeds to throw a stick so bad that Mel catches the ball and he starts to return it. And Lenny Jankowski screams his head off, talking about how he threw it to the Incredible Hulk on defense. And mind you, Mel was a very large individual. He was ginormous. I believe he was
Mel looked like he worked out at Vero Fitness every
single day. And he never left the gym. He was literally jumping. He was doing jump squats
He was jumping
with
out of the-
315. With 315.
Jared Rivera flex that.
He squatted, I believe, 515.
Vero Fitness with everybody as well.
Traps. Wow.
He's a big man.
Mayo boy over there wearing the Owen Casey jersey, looking outstanding.
Absolutely phenomenal.
I believe that's an extra large, and he makes it look like a medium.
He makes it look like an extra
He,
small.
he makes that jersey look so good.
Wait, continue your story, buddy.
Oh, but yeah, so Mel was a very large individual. It was very hard to miss.
Yep.
So I really don't understand how you miss your target when there's that big of a person you're not supposed to throw it to. You know where he's going to be. You know where the stick is going to be. Don't throw it over there. Because then Leonard's just going to scream at you just like he did just then.
Trevor Bryan stopped Anthony Yusuf.
O'Brien.
Give the ball to Dylan.
Dylan.
Ooh, as he
Goldfarb
makes a nice
has
little move.
Wheel.
He's very shifty. Very, very shifty.
Very, very shifty. One of the fast people in this league. Absolutely he is.
However, my only strife with Dylan is the fact that he likes to move more sideline to sideline than he does end zone to end zone.
If Tariq Cohen played in the VXFL, it's Dylan Goldfarb.
It's Dylan Goldfarb, but white.
Looking. O'Brien.
Oh,
Surveys, throws. Oh,
To
to
Will Morgan. And
Will Morgan is down. Down.
What did the refs call?
He downed
I
him.
think he was in.
He was down. He had two. He was down.
Jackson McGuire downs him at the 1 yard line.
The Pioneers are not moving very fast for a team that's got to score. They got to score right here.
Yeah.
They got to go up at the halftime. Will they get the ball back?
I believe that they will get the ball back.
It was not a touchdown. No.
Okay.
Thank you for your help today, Gracie, like you always are.
Timeout. Pioneers.
And I'd like to know how much time we have left during this half. Jared, can you get that for me?
Should we get a time check on the half?
41 seconds. Now I can understand why they were more taking their time
Yeah,
getting down.
I thought they had like under 10 seconds.
Yeah. If they had under 10, you know that they're rushing down to get to the ball. 25-21. Pioneer. Wait, no.
What?
Wait, was he in?
It was okay a minute ago.
All right. 41.
4 yard
19.
line. As Jackson McGuire yells at us, as a great man lets us know. Peyton Keem, the founder of Hammer Time, which will be brought to you later at 1:30.
Hey, but also at 1:30, the hunters show why they hunt.
And the 100 stop Hammer Time without Andrew Cook.
And O'Brien having a little discussion.
Hey, let's see what we can do.
Like
This will be a very fun game.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a great game, my brother.
It's all
I do
love.
love you, buddy.
How's
I love
your
you too.
girlfriend? Oh shoot.
Oh, Mayo boy.
O'Brien takes a step.
Mayo boy. You,
O'Brien got
O'Brien takes
ooh,
and
shake
goes to
Siggy.
throw it.
Will Wagner.
And they call him down.
They call him down at the 1.
We're sympathizing for
I would not be
here.
surprised right
Jared Mayo boy.
now. Because Mayo Boy.
Hey, can we get a moment of silence? Hold on.
Hold the silence, Jared.
Hold on. I would like to
O'Brien takes a snap. Rolls, looking. Throws it to Kyle.
It's
throw
Kyle
the
Fahey with
touchdown
the
to
touchdown.
Fahey.
Standing in the back of the end zone for a touchdown.
I would really like to just pour one out for Mayo boy.
With a woo walk once again from all three, Austin Cupfer, Dylan Goldfarb, and Kyle Fahey. Rest in peace.
Pop Smoke. You will be missed.
Jared, please. And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back for our moment of silence
Like I said, we
for
just
Mayo Boy.
got to pour one out for the boy.
Can we put Marvin's room?
Cups of the rose. I can't say that next line. It's a call when I go home.
They're going for 2.
Ooh.
I expect nothing. Else. This is how they play.
What I'm expecting here is it's going to be a very big rush from the Giraffes. OB will step up into the pocket, roll left, and throw a dart to Brock Thomas in the back of the end zone.
You think it's going to be a crossing route or a go ball?
Go ball.
I can absolutely see him on everybody else on the right.
It will be a nice fade ball.
He throws a jump ball to Brock Thomas. I can absolutely see it right here.
Hey, I like my guy for it.
I like it as well. Yeah, I'm thinking a crossing route from Brock Thomas from number 23.
Yep, precisely.
I thought so.
Ooh.
Sacked on the play by number
As he throws it to the moon.
Throws the ball to the moon in frustration.
Into the atmosphere. I don't know how Anthony Youssef got even a hand on it.
Scores now,
I
25.
kicked the ball perfectly to Peyton Keene.
21.
It's hammer time.
Time check in the half.
As the Pioneers are set to kick off, back to the Giraffes. Can I get a score check? What is it?
It is 25-21.
25-20.
Not a very defensive game at all.
No, kind of like how the Dimes like to play football. Honestly, score a lot, to let a lot get scored on you. Hope that you can score more.
Yeah.
Hope that you can score more.
It's kind of how like Omar Guevara would play a game on that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Try and outscore the other guy.
I will outscore you no matter what.
Thomas just jumped over Dylan Goldfarb, and none of us.
But I mean, is that really a hard feat to accomplish?
Dylan Goldfarb.
Dylan Goldfarb is about 4'11" on a good day. Nate Gwynn has about an 8-inch, has about a.
It looks like O'Brien is set to kick this one off.
Has about an 8-foot wingspan, and just one arm is about the same height as Dylan Goldfarb. I love you too, buddy. As Peter Gumpel just drops onto the ball.
I think it was this terrified number 9, Trevor O'Brien.
As he was in an all-out rush.
Brick Thomas.
Brick Thomas, whenever he's on defense, he will run at you with those bricks of his hands, just running straight at you. However, he also does get mossed quite a bit on defense.
But he did moss somebody earlier today.
He did. Hey.
He's mossed 2 people today.
Hey. As long as you can take it, you can give it out.
I'd imagine they play. He's probably being drawn up to get the ball to Gavin.
Sorry.
Jump ball to Gavin Tierney.
Apologize to Sticky.
Personally, that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing too.
At the end of the half.
You know, I take everybody out and throw jump on to Zach Stegman because it'd be fun.
Oh, it would be very fun.
Flicks it over the middle to Garrett.
Timeout. They called a timeout. I believe they had time.
Giraffe.
Blue Wagon screams timeout at Peyton Keene.
4 seconds.
4 seconds left.
Making it just a little bit of an easier throw for Ryan Srigley to get it to the end zone.
The absence of so many players, it's such a big factor. The people are not going to have substitutions today.
Yeah. Hey, and it's hot. It is hot.
It's hot in the booth.
Even in the booth, we're in the shade. We're sitting down. We're drinking water.
I don't have glasses.
It is one hot game.
When did Bethel arrive? 2 hours early.
Wendell Bethel is in the building.
Glad to see
Giraffe
Wendell show
preparing
up.
for a snap.
Thank you, Wendell.
What I would really like to see here is Brock go in press coverage.
Rolls.
Ryan Srigley throws the ball, number 9. Tackle Dylan Goldfarb,
Timeout. Giraffe.
and that's half.
Did they get it off in time?
I don't think there's a shot they got it off the time.
As we will go to half.
That's halftime.
Oh,
Here we
need
go.
Brock Thomas and Gavin Tierney.
Get Brock and Gavin.
Thomas and Gavin.
Tierney.
Tierney.
We'll do Brock first. Anthony Youssef comes in third.
All right, Brock, come on in.
Brock, come on, buddy. Come around. You come get in the middle.
How's it going, gentlemen?
We're doing great.
You
Doing
want
great.
first question, Omar?
Yeah. So, you played a phenomenal half coming up fresh after playing some baseball in Fort Pierce, I believe it was. So, he was playing baseball in Fort Pierce, coming back up here, joining late, taking Jared out of the game, which is a terrible loss, but hey, it is what it is. And tell me a little bit about what you've been seeing from them defensively that you would like to take advantage of offensively.
Well, I've been doing the double moves. They bite pretty good on that, so I've just been doing that, and the cross is hard to beat them. So.
It is really hard to beat a crossing route because of them running away, like running straight at you, then away. And that bit of separation that you get there, O'Brien can make that throw.
I have a question for you. Why were you so rude on the celebration when you lost the guy and then waved your finger no at him the entire way you were in the field? Why would you do that?
Well, I'm a great friend with Logan.
Okay.
And just a little beef. Just show him who's boss, you know?
Yeah, let him know.
I can respect that. I can respect
Can
that.
we see your hands real quick? Can you show the camera your hands?
Hey,
Yeah.
There's definitely pine tar on these.
Definitely something on his hands.
That's making them.
Has some spider tack or pine tar. What is it today?
I learned from a great guy named Trevor Bauer. I just like the pine tar feeling. So,
You know what? I can really respect that.
All right, Brock. We appreciate you doing this, buddy.
Hashtag free Trevor Bauer.
Hashtag free Trevor Bauer.
FTV.
All right, Gavin.
Yeah, you want to bud? Yeah, I got you. First of all, Gavin, nice to meet you. My name's Cade.
Nice to meet you.
I don't have a question, but I'm gonna think one real quick. So I'm gonna go first.
Gavin.
Yep.
Outstanding half. First, what is it? You have 2 touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. You have an onside recovery.
1 receiving touchdown.
1 receiving touchdown. You have an onside recovery. You have multiple touchbacks. Tell me a little bit about your game plan and headspace going into this game.
You know, I just knew that no one on the team can guard me.
Big words.
So
I like
on
it.
defense, I know that whoever I'm not guarding, they're just gonna throw it to, and whoever I'm not guarding, they're just gonna throw it to. So it's kind of tough, but you know, you gotta live with it, and we just gotta score more points than them.
So going into this next half, what are you thinking defensively that can help you maybe shut out O'Brien or shut out Brock or whoever the case may be?
Well, I think I'll probably keep guarding Brock, and he won't get the ball, and then Will Morgan. I don't know. We've had Srigley guarding him, and Srigley can't really guard him, but I don't think anyone else on our team can really guard him. So I think we're just gonna have to maybe get 1 pick and then score on every drive and win the game.
Yes, sir.
Would you how would you define the way you play your game of football?
I would say exquisitely.
Can you define what that means?
That means wonderful.
Is there anyone that you craft your game around?
You know, I really aspire to be like the great Ryan Srigley. He taught me everything I know about the game of football, and he's just giving me great passes today, so hopefully it continues in the second half.
That's amazing. Hey,
We appreciate you doing this.
we
And,
appreciate-
you have a
Thank
great
you.
one.
You too?
You want to the rest of the game?
Thank you.
yeah.
How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great today, actually.
And the Pioneers will be kicking off. I wonder who's doing it, either Dylan Goldfarb or Trevor O'Brien. Okay. I imagine Dylan, he's been kicking the rest of the time, but Obi did kick the last one, so I wonder. And it's time for the second half.
Sounding like the announcer for the UFC.
Sounding like Bruce Buffer.
Bruce Buffer. I forgot what his name was, to be honest with you.
And one of my favorite people in the league is now helping us out. Ralph Lynch is now here.
Ralph Lynch?
He is back standing over there holding a chain.
Caden, I think this is becoming less about like a fan of him and more of an obsession.
Look at him. Look at Ralph, man.
You have a fair point.
Kicks the ball.
Oh my gosh. Logan Roth. Is he wearing cleats?
I don't know.
I think he
Brock
might be
knows.
wearing shoes. Oh, yep, he's definitely wearing shoes.
Hey, on his feet.
Someone give that man some cleats.
Have one job.
Bring out cleats, man. Come on, you know you're going to be playing high-intensity football.
Logan. What size cleat does Logan Roth wear? Because we might have to give him.
We might need to give him up. We might need to give up some cleats.
We might need to give him ankles as well. We
That
don't
too.
know.
He has broken both of them.
That was
The first one over there, he almost tore his ACL. That one, he could have done it a second time.
Logan, you had one.
You had one job, man. Come on. Stay on your feet. Don't bring out shoes to a high-intensity football game like this. Come on, man. It's extremes in the name.
You're in the name.
I don't...
And Gap Judy didn't have any. Say nobody in this league can guard him.
Ryan rushing too. Siggy takes care of O'Brien easily. Throws on the run.
Will Wagner with an outstanding catch.
Will
Go
Wagner
for
with
one
a
hand
great
in there,
catch.
pushing him in.
As he.
Back on the back.
Hey, I thought we were kicking people out that swung.
Yeah, I thought we were kicking people out that were like any hands in the other person in any physical manner. That was not needed.
Come on.
Go for it. The Napoleon complex with him reminds me of a lot of somebody on Omar's team. Here.
Yeah, Matt Biondi. Oh no, I mean Peter DeLuke. I'm sorry.
Luke, who is real good friends with our buddy Alex Cherrick.
Yeah, especially in that end zone.
In the end zone.
Especially in the end zone on 1-point conversions.
1 point conversion.
Where Peter had a
That's
pick.
why the Pioneers did not went for 2 in that end zone, because they knew what would happen. They went for 1.
There would just be a fist fight.
Dylan Goldford was out of the game.
Ryan takes the snap. Pressure immediately. Rolls, throws.
Dylan Goldford with phenomenal coverage. As he left Gavin Tierney know.
He is.
He could not be guarded.
I
He has
think
been guarded.
Dylan Goldfarb. I heard from a very secretive source that he is committed to DBU. I think he might be committed.
He might be committed to DBU.
After that play right there,
Question, Omar. What is DBU?
that is defensive back university.
But which college? There's only one answer here, buddy. And the answer was Louisiana State University is DBU.
My thoughts exactly.
As Preston Keene says false. Preston, what would you like to say as DBU?
Who do you think is DBU?
Keene says the
Roll Tide, what?
I should have went for it. Shout out Coach O. Shout out
Coach O here.
Trevor O'Brien, when you were watching this, buddy, that was for you, buddy.
Time flicks it up.
Gavin Tierney with an outstanding catch over Brock Thomas.
In the air, and Brock Thomas nearly
Gavin
Top-
climbs the ladder and goes and gets it.
took him out.
You almost took him out of the game.
He almost took him out of life.
He went straight for his ankles while he was in the air.
And to jump like that, Gavin Tierney must go
To Vero Fitness. I'm telling you, the only place that you can get leg strength that big and be able to jump that high is to go to Vero Fitness.
It has to be.
Have to. Get that little pre-lift meal at Cafe 66, then head straight to Vero Fitness, being as how
while you're
close they
there,
are.
To be as safe as he is right there, to put your money somewhere like gotta be as safe, like South State Bank.
My thoughts exactly.
I thought so as well, my bro.
All right, here we go. Back onto offense. 4th and about 2 for the Giraffes.
Down here. I think Dylan Goldberg started to run his mouth to Will Wagner, which is what I like to see. Reminds me a lot of myself.
Yeah, except,
Dylan's on the field.
yeah, I was about to say, he's actually on the field, though. You're not.
Austin Cooper is chasing him down.
Strigley with the first down. Strigley moving still. Strigley. Oh, Strigley almost to the end zone. Got tackled about at the 3-yard line, maybe.
The 3-yard line. And somebody's holding up
Like
the
I told you. Like I told you. Strigley is sneaky fast. You would not expect a guy that big and that non-athletic.
He's a nimble dude. He's a nimble guy who can move.
He runs when he must. As shown last year on.
So it's so weird.
Yeah, he does.
Because
His stride is like this,
By Wendell Bethel.
rather than being like taking a much longer stride.
How you doing, Wendy? He said no after asking the question. He said he's doing horrible.
Hey, you like Wendy's?
I do like Wendy's, but do you know what I like better than Wendy's? Cafe
66. Cafe 66, man.
Nobody better. Nowhere better to eat.
Cafe 66. As he pump fakes the ball at us in the booth.
Ball.
You can't throw the ball in the booth. That's a marginal sin for the VXFL.
Takes a snap, looking, throws over the middle, and
Ooh, touchdown by Zach. Big man Sigmund.
With 6. And he did the celebration of killing Goldfarb. It was not on his team, but it was funny.
It still works. It still works.
Expect nothing different from Zach Sigmund.
Exactly.
Nothing different. The nicest guy in the league by him.
Last year I remember I remember it was I forgot which Keen Bowl it was, but I remember I hit a ghost rush on him. Went right against the ground pretty much. He couldn't block me. I tipped it, picked off Jordan, was running back, and after the fact he looked me in the eyes. He goes, "Hey, good play, Omar." He dabbed me up. Yeah.
That was the second
That was the second one. We just talked about it. We laughed and it was a great play.
Moving across
Ryan
the
takes
field.
a snap, has pressure from O'Brien, throws it, and
Will Wagner wide open.
Conversion as he gets hugged by Zach Sigmund.
I wouldn't be surprised here if Zach Sigmund hugged the Austin Comforter.
your Giraffes on top.
Giraffes are winning this game, Omar.
Giraffes are winning this game. For the time being, the Giraffes are winning this game. That will be an upset of the ages.
And that would be exciting for playoff seeding.
Yeah.
It really would.
However, I really do. FTB. I mean FOC. FOC. My fault. My fault. Yeah. FOC. But what I really think that what I really would like for the playoff matchups, it would be harmful to my team. Yes. However, I would love to play the Pioneers again. Eliminate them first.
Do you understand, Omar? Debating how this week goes with our game and this game, the Hammers couldn't possibly be in control of who the Pioneers play.
Yeah.
And that would be great. If we get them out early, that takes away a big threat. A big threat playing early in the morning.
I'm sorry. I would love to play the Pioneers. After that week 1 loss to them with Dylan Averill at quarterback, I would just love to just have a redemption arc for us. As a little squib kick to Will Morgan. Oh,
The ball's on the ground.
as Dylan Goldfarb just.
I don't know what the heck that was by the Pioneers, and Dylan is down.
Dylan is down on the field.
Dylan is in fact hurt.
I wonder if it's his shoulder. Like he's had a constant shoulder injury. I wonder if it's his shoulder. It is his shoulder the way Peyton is over there nurturing it.
Just get a good old kiss from St. Keen. He'll feel all better in the morning.
Zach Srigley comes over there to help out, runs completely across the field. Siggy might be the greatest.
Somebody call AJ. Somebody call AJ. I'm surprised he isn't here yet in his golf cart. Somebody needs AJ. As he stands up.
He stands up. Attaboy, Dylan Goldfarb.
As I shall pour one out for Dylan Goldfarb in his shoulder.
I'll do it with you, my buddy. And then we'll take a sip of water because you always need to hydrate.
Mm-hmm. Hydrate to dominate, baby.
I want to be able to go with it. Now, if I got to stay with him, I stay with him. Just what I can try and find somebody who's going to get on that.
I didn't know, but sure.
Could you take my key?
Maybe.
Give you $1.
As the Pioneers are set to take back onto offense.
Huh? No, it's chill, but if you know so.
What did you also get me food?
I would take
I
my
could
compensation.
possibly get you. Wait, I'm playing against you, Omar. Why would I get you food?
Because
Can we get a time
You are my
check?
brother. You are so.
we're brothers.
I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Yeah, man.
We've been friends for almost 2 years now, man.
Yeah.
11:54.
It's been a long time. Of Bethel workouts.
A lot of messing around.
I don't even talk about it anymore. All right, back to the game. Back to
Andrew Clipstein's house.
Let's make door. Kyle Fahey out wide. Jared Vera out wide. Brock in the slot. Will in the slot. You in the backfield.
Motions him out.
Motion is out.
Ryan motion. Rolls.
They need 2 people to
Jared
block
throwing
Sigmund.
deep. He's got him. 2 guys in one place.
And Jared.
And he caught it.
Jared Rivera
Got
is
him for a
running down the field.
touchdown.
Number
Jared,
69.
touchdown.
Touchdown.
The best 69 to wear on the Pioneers. As O'Brien gives
Mayo boy has in fact scored.
number 69. They're probably jumping up here.
As O'Brien leaps about 15 feet into the air.
And you know where he wanted to do that, right?
Vero Fitness.
The only place to do it.
That would have been really bad if he dropped it. Hey man, you do what you gotta do.
I just love good football.
Football,
That's what we get to see every
yeah, man.
day at VXFL.
Some outstanding football. Say again?
They were at the 20. Because they were at the 20 because where Dylan fell on the ball. Dylan Goldfarb fell on the ball in the 20. And he got unfortunately injured where he is now over near our tent talking to one of my favorite people on the entire planet, Ralph Lynch.
As Pioneers are set to go for their 1-point conversion.
Yes, they are.
Pioneers going for 1.
They motion
Siggy down at a 3-point stand.
Motioning Jared over.
Right now.
4-point stance for Zach Sigmund.
As he just shoves him out.
And Trevor O'Brien gets in.
And gets in.
OB's got wheels. Let me tell you,
He's one of the faster guys in the league.
He is one of the fast guys in the
For
league.
being his size
He looks a
and
lot
playing the
like-
position he does,
Yeah. He has a real good chance to win MVP.
he does.
Like other three letters, HBG.
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 You really do gotta love it.
HBG and MVP.
32.
Hey, I thought you said the same thing.
Back on top.
Only
This
God
is a
knows.
fight,
Omar.
boys and
Only
girls.
God knows, baby. I'm really praying for this wind to stay for the next couple of games.
Oh,
That
it
way,
feels absolutely incredible now.
wind and a little bit of overcast, perfect.
And Trevor O'Brien has actually been hugged, like all things should be. I'm honestly debating running out there going to get a hug from Siggy.
I would also like to get a hug from Sigmund. As
Can
he,
you go get a hug from Siggy real quick?
nah, I think we should call him after.
Call him after the game.
Call him after.
It's time.
He's leaving?
Everyone, can we give a round of applause for number 69, big man Siggy?
Have fun. A Zoom meeting.
That's the big
No, he's not.
I believe Zach Sigmund will always
Zach Sigmund will always be the better 69.
right behind Owen TikTok case. For Owen case.
For your own case.
Peter throws a flag.
Oh, he's currently taking his ACT.
Oh, right.
Free from his ACT.
Ah, facts.
I think this is like his third time taking it, I heard.
Hey, you gotta get that perfect score, no matter the cost.
I guess you do. As Siggy leaves through the woods. We will miss you, Zach. We love you, baby.
Much love, baby.
Zach, Siggy, you will be missed.
Do they have 7 players?
They have 7 players. O'Brien yells from the Pete from Preston King.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I know he didn't play.
Lozani had a really tremendous game, but this could not throw the tee.
He threw that ball like Will Wagner kicks football.
I think Cal Fahey's trying to teach him to shot put the tee.
I do not know what Cal Fahey is doing, but I always like listening to Cal Fahey. As Michael Gould is in the building as well.
Along with Robert Craig, I believe.
Yep, yeah.
Robert Craig. Who did injure his shoulder in a chicken fight.
Free Robert Craig.
Yelling at me.
I'll come out there and play.
He was yelling at me to come play for them because they have 2 people injured.
Not a bad game.
Yeah. These are actually from Korea. They brought some of these.
I have not seen this before. We have a delay because the Pioneers don't have enough
There's
players.
been a lot of delays in this game.
They just don't have enough players.
Pioneers have enough players.
I am willing to go play, but I don't really think I am able to. I'm gonna sit here and commentate my buddy Omar Enrique Guevara.
Yes, sir.
My coach would get together, like, okay, you run around the play, like, then we'll do play stuff.
They have 7. What's the confusion here?
I think both Austin and Dylan Goldfarb are hurt.
I don't recall. I think it's probably-
Honestly, I'm quite confused about what's going on right now.
Close game, too. I mean, this is
As Michael Gould walks past the commentary booth, got some Chick-fil-A. Another proud sponsor of the VXFL. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. How you doing, Gould?
How you doing, Gould?
Same old, same old.
Would you like to say anything?
Huh?
Would you like to say anything for the commentary?
Not really.
Okay, Gould does not want to talk to us.
I can respect that.
Gould, if you don't mind, can we get Omar and I each get a fry from me?
time to take a nap.
Can Omar and I each get like 1 fry from me? Hey, Gould? Here's the left.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Thank you, Michael. Gould, thank you.
As Gavin Tierney takes a seat on the ground.
What's taking so long?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what's taking so long. Very confusing.
As Jarrett Wolf has a little bit of a trolling. This is almost equivalent to elevator music. Goal. Because last time we ate them all.
I think they're giving Mark Hawkins the jersey.
Don't they have 7?
No, I think both.
Oh, the Pioneers don't.
Pioneers have 7, but they have a
Injury.
I have an X-Pack.
I have no clue what's going on. But I think they continue our commentary.
I would love to continue our commentary.
We're doing a great job. I think we're doing a great job. I really do.
We're doing an outstanding job here.
As Jared Rivera gives the jersey to Mark Hawkins.
Is Jared done for the day?
I don't know. But...
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Jared Rivera made that Cincinnati jersey look absolutely tiny. Mark makes it look massive.
It's almost like a romper on him. You would.
It almost looks like he had a burqa.
All right, folks, I think they're finally back. Fans, can we get a wave going? There we go. They're starting to get it on.
Yeah.
Joke was made specifically for Omar Jafar, and I know he found it funny, and that's why he was laughing. You're welcome, Omar.
Outstanding joke. Must say.
As Robert Craig walks past the commentary booth.
After that second halftime, we are back.
Well, I believe the fact was that Jared had to leave, and Dylan was hurt.
Ready to leave. Dylan had to go.
Is Amanda?
Yes, Amanda is here. Amanda O'Brien is here, sister of Trevor O'Brien. And Mama O'Brien is here. So we do appreciate them coming out, and including all the other fans that are in the building today.
Mhm.
All 15 million of you.
Yep. It's wild how they managed to compact themselves onto one sideline.
I have no idea how they do it, but they do at a phenomenal level.
It really is something
I
special.
think that is over there ran by... Who runs it over there? Who makes sure all the fans get in? Cornell Wilson?
I think Long Arms has to take everybody on with just his arms.
Yeah, Walker Wilson picks you up with one arm and sets everybody down together every single time. And they're kicking back off.
And the game has started again. O'Brien set the kick.
O'Brien kicks it. With a
Wow, that kick for a
Straight to
quarterback.
Logan Rob.
Straight to Logan, and he muffs it.
Logan Rob can't
He
catch
did not
balls,
slip
can't stay on
inside,
his
but he
feet.
muffs it and is down by Brock.
And Brock with a tackle. Brock Thomas is a man on a mission today. They stopped targeting him though. Something
Yeah.
I realized they stopped targeting him.
Because they started putting Gavin on him. I would love to see what the
I'd like to know the time if we can get that for Chris.
Can we get a time check, please?
I appreciate that, Gerald. Or Where Joel, as we call you.
Yes, we do. He's in fact labeled in my phone as Where It Jolf.
In my phone, his name is Where.
My phone, his name's Jared Jolf.
Where. Austin Cover now rushing. Trevor O'Brien rushing. Austin Cover in coverage? What in the world? That's what I can see.
Austin covered. Looking. He still has time. Throws a high. Incomplete. Overthrow.
things I would
All
do
fans, say
to
it with
see-
me. How many overthrown balls in the history of the league of football have ever been completed?
0.
0.
As several fans and players answer the question.
Would you ask how many overthrown balls in this league have been completed?
Michael Gould got it looks like a number 2 deluxe from Chick-fil-A. Michael Gould, know what it is? He said yes, and they got a power radio with it. But Michael Gould was one of a kind. Guys had so much fun in this league. He's a great guy. I think, where do you work? Francesca's Italian Kitchen? That is where the Gould father works.
However, they do not sponsor us, so we cannot shout them out.
Puts it out to the center. It's, what do they call?
The ball touched the ground. The ball was on the ground the entire time. He picked it up off the ground after it hit the ground. That's what happened on that play. And I would like for the clouds to come back out because they got really, really hot again.
It really did get
Where
hot.
did the wind go? Can we call the wind back here?
It is now 3rd down, 20 to go for the Giraffes.
And the Pioneers are on a defensive mission here, trying to rally back and win this game.
Absolutely, they are. And
What's the score again?
what's the score of the game?
Who?
For the Pioneers, 32-20.
Oh, I mean,
Pioneers.
rally on defense to seal this game up and win this game out.
And we did not get our time check yet, and I'm really kind of sad about it.
We'll get it eventually.
We'll get our time check at some point in the near future. And they're still rushing two, Trevor O'Brien and Austin Kupfer. Austin Kupfer is moving.
It out. He's got room. He missed him. He's got room down the sideline. He is gone.
He is gone, but I thought he was
pursuit.
tackled.
Brock Thomas looking like DK Metcalf.
And he did not get there.
Almost got
Wait,
him.
I have about
Touchdown,
every dollar I
Giraffes.
have in my entire wallet. That Mark Hawkins tagged him down.
Would you like to shake on that?
He had one hand? Okay, I guess I'm wrong. I will not shake on it now, Omar.
Darn it. Dang it,
I have
Mr.
a-
Keene.
Mark, I hate to break it to you, I have $1.14 in my wallet.
The Giraffes go back on top.
It really do be like that sometimes.
That's what you get for working at Marshall.
28 or 9.
No wonder Trevor O'Brien quit. A funny way to quit, though. So I'm okay with that.
34-32.
Trevor O'Brien is very vulgar on the field, yelling some things that probably should not be yelled in this environment.
Especially here at a church.
Yeah. We're at a church. The FCA is here. Come on, Trevor. You know better. 4:32.
4:32.
4:32. Is that the game or third quarter? Coming, we had a break.
The Giraffes are concocting their next play to go on offense for this 1-point conversion.
There's many things that have happened on conversion in this play.
34-32, right?
34-32 for your Albuquerque Giraffes. Actually, a pretty cool story. My dad grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I mean, we have cameras. Go back and look at it.
Can we get a time check, please?
Trevor O'Brien screams about something for officiating, I think.
From Liam Livingston.
We've already been warned about.
Brian takes the snap.
O'Brien
Puts it over in the middle.
Number 9.
Ooh!
Brock
Oh,
Thomas
no.
tagged him. And a great call from William Livingston.
He did not get in. 34-32.
It was an outstanding effort, though.
It was a great effort, and that's all that counts.
As Peyton Keene showing off his 40-yard dash time
4-yard dash time in the
of about 16 seconds.
Check, please.
Because it's hammer time. It is always hammer time the way I look at it.
Can we get a time check?
Isn't that right, Peyton Keene?
And in the fourth quarter. You said 8:16?
I have no idea how this clock is working right now.
I
But
also.
it is.
Hey,
Whatever floats your boat, baby.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Because it is what it is, you know?
It is what it is.
As Michael Gould is walking through the field.
Which does not surprise me at all.
Me neither. Hey, Alex, what do you got there, buddy?
Fried noodles. Fried noodles.
I'll try one.
I'm going to try one if you don't mind.
Thank you.
Gavin set the kick. Boom.
Aiming for another touchback.
My gosh, what a kick.
Pretty good.
Gavin with the big leg.
Solid.
Kicks it out of the back of the end zone.
If it's not Cafe 66, we don't want to hear it.
8 minutes and something odd seconds. Dylan wants to know what he did. So that was funny.
Pioneer trailing by 2. Have the ball first 20 at the 20.
Absolutely they do. And this drive was kind of have to be dictated by Trevor O'Brien, and we'll see how he plays.
It does, in fact, have to be dictated by him.
It's crunch time now for both teams.
See who wants it more right here, right now.
I could see possibly the first play of the game, they came out in that power.
That power to the opposite side. And if you make a move on Logan Roth, he can't break down. You will get past him.
Brock in motion.
No, it's going to be a wheel route to Brock.
Brian
Oh, Brock, you gotta go.
And a sack. Logan Rock with no cleats makes the sack.
He can't believe he stayed on his feet for that long.
I remember last year I think there was a game or two where he played with no shoes at all.
That sounds like Logan Ross.
That does in fact sound like Logan
He
Ross.
can't stay on his feet with no shoes. Because with shoes, we've seen today.
He has almost torn his ACL twice.
I don't think he has ACLs.
As Jamie Prabula enters the building.
Jamie Pagula enters the building.
Who has thought, and Peter DeLuke is here as well.
Yes, Peter.
And has Jamie, I don't know if he's told you this, Omar, but he is guarding you today. He
I
made it very clear that is who he wanted.
in fact love that matchup.
Logan Ross slipped before the snap even happened. He uses it anyway.
O'Brien using his legs, buying time, puts one out the Bronx.
Ooh, intercepted by Gavin Tierney.
By Gavin Tierney, intercepted. That could be
With an
really
outstanding play by Gavin. He did in fact say they don't want to target him.
They don't want to target
They
him.
don't want to target him defensively. And when they do, he said that he will clamp up Brock Thomas. And that,
Absolutely.
what did he just do?
He clamped up.
He
Brock
went
Thomas.
up and clamped Brock Thomas.
Is he guarding Brock Thomas that one catch?
No, he was not.
He was not.
Out about halfway through after Brock made the standing out one-handed catch that was not overthrown for everybody else.
It was in his catch radius. It was not overthrown.
He caught it. It's in his catch radius. That's how it works in football. And
Yeah, Allen Robinson would know a thing or two about that. Being
For some of y'all that don't know, I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan.
this poor
They
guy.
like to make fun of me for the fact that only
Giraffes taking their
60,
time. They're
about
trying to get some
72% of balls targeted at Allen Robinson were deemed uncatchable last year.
That means completely out of his catch radius. Meaning overthrown, underthrown. Overthrown, underthrown, interceptions.
He could not catch the ball.
It wasn't his fault.
It out to the center, and he's looking. And
He did only, in fact, have Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky from quarters 1 through 3 being up. But what you really need is Mitch. You need fourth quarter Mitch when they're down by 10. He will make plays.
I no longer be commentating this game. I am very upset here. I'm distraught. I miss but now we have all our problems solved with Andy Dalton.
Being a Steelers fan, I know a thing or two about Andy Dalton. He will not solve your problems.
What y'all don't
I
know,
can guarantee you he will not.
once a week Trevor O'Brien will just text me the 3 words that just says the red rifle about once a week, and it actually upsets me very much. But Justin Fields is our savior. I hope so at least.
Pressure immediately flips it out.
Oh, almost an amazing ball by Ryan Srigley,
Will Wagner, as you runs around all over here, gets the ball,
showing his agility and versatility.
and a perfect throw.
All the way to Peyton Keene,
What? Maybe they need to let him throw sometime.
for sure. Throw a couple slants.
That would have been great. I would like to see Alex Cherry throw the ball.
I would love to see Alex Chairs throw the ball.
I want to see you throw to Jack Jack. Can we make that
Yes.
happen? But Jack Jack has to be guarded by me, so he can still top me, because I can't jump. That'd be funny. What do you think? That'd be pretty funny, right, Emma?
It would in fact be pretty funny. Hello? Yes. Mom, I'm commentating right now.
Ryan takes the snap. Pressure immediately. Gets out of there.
He's moving.
Rolls, throws to Gavin. Open.
Gavin
First
Tierney.
down.
Gavin Tierney breaking the ankles of Will Morgan.
Holy Jesus.
Gavin Tierney is showing why he is the premier player on the.
Tierney might be one of the best players in this league after what I've seen today.
That is most definitely a top play of the week.
Top player of the week.
Catches it right on the sideline, has the ability to break down, shows agility, cut back against Will Morgan, who's a better player in the league, granted on a hurt ankle, but I'm not going to give that. I'm not going to. Oh, yeah, they're
definitely hurt. He doesn't have any. ankles.
I don't know if he has any ankles right now. All the Giraffes looking
Game is
pretty
out of
gassed.
Control for the Pioneers.
They need to score, and they
I don't know
need to
what it
score
comes down to,
fast.
The lack of players being healthy or what it is, but this is not good. Hey, Jimmy Durant is here and is walking up to the commentary booth.
Jimmy Durant
I'm
looking as good as ever.
This is a beautiful man. Jimmy, come here, buddy. Come here, my friend. How you doing?
How's it
going?
How you
How's it
doing,
going?
bud?
Great.
Hey, what happened to your wrist, man?
Don't worry about it.
Giraffes on top.
As long as it didn't affect your play today.
Oh, no, I pray that it doesn't.
Got all the day in the world. Throws it in the middle.
Oh,
The ball was thrown to absolutely nobody.
They-
no one open.
I think it's
Looked
40.
like he just got rid of that one.
40 to 32.
Yeah,
Giraffes.
40-32 Giraffes.
40-32 Giraffes. As
Hey, what's up, buddy?
With how much time?
Pioneers are.
Time check.
Can I
Can I get a
get a
time
time
check?
check from Peyton King?
Time check, please.
3 minutes and 10 seconds. This is a very winnable game for the Pioneers.
Very winnable
The
game.
Pioneers need to come back, and they need to score now.
I could see it happening. They get down there, they score, and then they come down to that 2-point conversion. I could absolutely see this happening.
Yeah. It either comes down to that 2-point conversion, or they go for one and they maybe onside it.
Typically, an onside kick.
Yeah.
They have guys big enough. Actually, they're missing a lot of the big bodies with Ben Fadiomi not being here.
With
Casey.
Owen Casey not being here, yeah.
Wolfark's now out.
And ironically enough, he's not a very big body, but he's a big body in the sense of big player.
Body.
Yeah, he's a player.
The strong man. I hope they kick the ball to Anthony Youssef. That would be great to see.
For a split second right there, I thought Peyton Keene was about to boot it all the way to the other end zone. The way he ran at that ball, I thought he was about to kick it into the clearing.
We have a great time. And Brock Thomas takes the ball.
Takes it.
Takes the ball out,
Looks
passes
for
the
the
20.
blocking.
Ooh, breaks a couple ankles.
Jump cut, and he's down.
He's about at the 30-yard line, 29, 30-yard line.
Just out.
There's about 3 minutes left. Pioneers.
About
around the
Pioneers are trailing by 8 with 3 minutes left.
you
One more.
don't see that very often.
What happens right now?
Right now, I believe that in about 4 plays, Pioneers score.
Okay.
Pioneers score in 4. They go for 2. They don't get it.
I thought the exact same thing. But I think they're going to do it for 2 points.
You think in 2 plays?
I think something's going to mess up on the Giraffes end.
As our
Anthony
wonderful,
Youssef gets a touchdown right here. I hope Anthony Youssef gets the ball. Anthony
as our, this might be the best PA that we've ever had in the VSFO. In VXFL history, easily.
I think Anthony Youssef might end up with the ball here. Anthony Youssef is that guy.
You think he might be that guy?
O'Brien takes the snap. Surveys a backwards pass to Brock. He has time looking downfield. Can't find anyone. Chucks it up.
Will Morgan? Oh, broken up.
Almost caught.
Broken up by Ryan Srigley. It was Will Morgan trying to play on a
Inside of 2 minutes.
hurt ankle.
Omar's mom and brother are here holding his trophy.
They are in fact. Wait, where are they?
They're right behind Jared
Oh.
Rivera, Mayo Man.
Oh, I see. I see.
The trophy's on the ground. This would be an upset if the Giraffes.
If the Giraffes manage to pull this game off, and they've been doing it all game.
Yes, I have.
They've been playing amazing. Have Sebastian bring it around.
Is this 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, Donald Thomas is not here. Donald Thomas, Ben Fadiomi, Owen Casey, all not here. Dylan Goldfarb now hurt,
Mark Hawkins playing running back,
playing running back.
and you would think.
I think Anthony Youssef gets a touchdown on this play right here. That would be my guess.
Logan gets through. O'Brien just takes it
O'Brien
off.
Takes off.
Got room. Got good
Great blocking.
Oh, great blocking out in front. He's still going. Still going. And touchdown. There is
And there is a
dirty
flag
laundry
on the
field.
play. And O'Brien punched the ball out of frustration, I think.
Maybe.
It might be frustration. It might
Oh, I
be
promise
joy.
it was frustration from Trevor O'Brien. Guaranteed.
Yeah, you can tell by the posture,
The walking,
hands on his hips.
the towel is still there. O'Brien said something I cannot.
You cannot make this up.
You cannot make this blank up. Trevor O'Brien said.
Holding offense.
As Jamie Prabula walks up with an Eagles hat, or Eagles visor, excuse me.
He's an advisor.
Best team in the league.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure.
The Eagles, yeah.
They're not even the best team in Pennsylvania. They're not even the best team in Pennsylvania.
They're not even the best team in their division, and they have a lackluster division. Washington's better than you guys.
The NFC
Hard to
West
compete
is
with
a
their
real thing.
defense, okay?
It is in fact hard to compete with
It's
Washington's
not a fine
defense.
Got rid of their star player.
Who's he looking at?
Gracie. Next game. Go that camp. Actually, I'm sorry. This camp.
Fake me the next thing.
What is the flag on the play?
I have no idea what just happened.
It'd be quite interesting if one of those big birds that is always around here just flew into the play. I don't know why. That thought just rang true.
That would be very exciting to watch. You know, I was golfing the other day, and a crane took my ball.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious with you.
Wow.
It took my ball, and I was sad about it. I wanted my ball.
That's a hole in one right there. Has to be.
What would that count as? If he went and took my ball and dropped it in the hole?
That's a hole in one.
Can I train a bird to do that?
That's a hole in one in my book.
On the ground. Mark Hawkins tried to fall on top of him. I can't see nothing.
There's a flag on the play though.
And Brock Thomas does not catch it, but there is a flag on
the play.
Flag on the field.
You have to think sometimes. Do you think that Mark Hawkins could be selling this game?
I absolutely could.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Omar Guevara now has his DVX block the back of the Pioneers.
The Pioneers.
And Omar Guevara now has his VXFL trophy, and he is very, very happy now.
Darn right I am. I earned this
The
thing
inaugural champion, one of the inaugural
with my
champions.
team, with the Florida Fighting Cockerels last year, who just took off. We went into the playoffs looking 4-3, being the team to beat. How are you going into the playoffs being 4-3 as the team to beat?
I can see the East Coast Aces doing that this year.
They
They could end
could.
up being 4-4.
They
Depending on
could.
what happens next week? when
Yeah,
play us,
they
okay?
could.
Alabama Hammers. Yo,
Huh? What?
William,
Liam. Hey,
I need y'all to move.
Snaps the ball. Flags all over the field.
as Logan Roth begins to exclaim that it was perfect, but the flags say otherwise.
Why do you say otherwise? Because I don't think it was perfect. I really don't. And it's still 40 to 32 for your outside Giraffes. My dad would be proud. My dad would be very happy to see. Even though my dad is a big fan of OB, he's always around over at the house. And, you know, to hang out with him.
O'Brien takes the snap, looking.
Not, I don't think I'm holding.
That is not holding.
Goes to Brock, complete. Down by Ryan. Timeout. Pioneers.
Pioneers.
I'm out for the Pioneers. How many plays has it
Time
been?
generally.
It's been a while.
Without the flags.
What?
120 left in the game.
120 left in the game.
Pioneers down by 8.
Pioneers need to score
Will
now.
Wagner talking to Peyton Keene about a potential holding call made off the Cupford that I disagree with.
I truly disagree with.
It
That was not holding.
From what I've seen. But then again, we've had seen plays like the NFC Championship game in 2018 with the Saints and Rams about possibly
Oh.
the biggest blown call of all
Yeah,
time.
that. How do you not call that PI?
I did not call it pass interference because it was blatant.
He hit him way before the ball was there. It truly was ridiculous, but
Jarrett Wolf, I'd like to ask you to stop doing that, please. I do appreciate it.
That's a good song, man. That's a good song for football.
It is, but
Good song.
I don't know if it's needed at the moment.
here we go. Pioneers second and about 7.
Snapping the ball. Mark is now blocking to block Logan Roth. What's he like?
O'Brien takes
Did not
the
do
snap.
much. But
There's a holding. As he knows the holding. He saw it.
He saw it the whole way. He knew.
Holding. All of it.
Trevor O'Brien is very, very upset at the moment, and I completely understand why.
You have to like I was saying earlier. You have to think. Could Mark Hawkins possibly be selling this game so that they have better control of the #1 seed?
I love Mark to death. Do not get me wrong. I don't think Mark is capable of doing that.
Explain.
I would not say that.
Like brain power wise?
He absolutely. is.
Okay, I understand. I'm confused on why the marker is down.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
This
And I'm
game
glad
is
to be
just.
part of the Viewer Extreme
Second
football.
down for the
There's
fourth
nowhere
down.
I'd rather be than
Sitting in a commentary booth with Omar Guevara.
Caden Wilson.
We're having a great time watching great football. As UU runs across.
I don't necessarily love the amount of calls that are happening, but you have to respect it.
O'Brien takes
The refs
snap,
take their calls.
rolls,
OB fixes the hat mid-play
throws,
and throws the ball.
back shoulder, Brock.
Brock Thomas, and he just wasn't there.
Brock set his feet too soon instead of continuing to run.
Defense downfield.
Exactly what happened.
As Gavin Tierney is draped all over Brock Thomas.
Coach Jay would not be happy.
He would not be happy. as he threw pretty much a game icing pick, if you think about it.
Yeah, he really did.
O'Brien looks to be lined up as receiver.
As O'Brien lines up out wide at receiver.
And they're put
Yeah,
Srigley on him.
you have to think.
I imagine.
Oh, you have to throw this. You throw this 100 times out of. This is like running a stick route. You throw this ball 100 times out of 100 times to Trevor O'Brien, basically anyone that Shrigley's guarding. Oh, with the switch back.
He's back out at receiver.
Takes the snap, shoves Mark Hawkins out of the way
Rolling
like he's a baby.
over the Brock.
Brock Shrigley with amazing defense after my slander of
Letting
him.
him know wearing the Miami Marlins hat.
Now, fourth down.
But when you think about it, who's a Marlins fan?
Ryan Srigley, I think.
Other than Ryan Srigley and maybe Dylan Averill.
My
Really?
grandfather is a diehard Marlins fan.
I must say I've never.
I'm actually going to be going to a game very soon.
I don't think I've ever met a Marlins fan.
Time check.
Other than like, yeah.
1 minute, 7 seconds left. Fourth quarter. Giraffes up by 8.
He was a fan of the Florida Marlins, not the Miami.
Mmm.
When I said to Miami. Florida Marlins. They've always actually played in Spanish, played in Sunrise,
Really?
right next to where the Florida Panthers play.
Mmm. Okay.
Now
Okay.
they
Okay.
play in Miami, down at Marlins Park. The beautiful stadium.
All right, here we go. Trevor set back to
Trevor's there.
about 4th and 24. Trevor back to pass.
Rolling, looking. Just gets rid of it. Goes to Austin. Lateral. Takes off. Lateral to O'Brien.
Dude, I have no idea what's going on here, but he is
They
tagged
call
down
it
by Ryan
down.
Srigley.
Ryan Srigley.
And
busting
this will
through.
end up being the game.
This will be another game. This will be another loss for the Seekonk Pioneers as a lot of Albuquerque Giraffes fall out.
Giraffes take a knee.
I think Logan Rott's going pretty close with the ground.
Brings so much joy.
Jimmy Durant happy to see that the Hammers have lost, or that the Hammers have just a slightly easier path to number 1.
I don't believe. I think the Hammers have had to play the hardest schedule. We've had to play most teams with all of their players. I think outside of y'all this week because y'all are missing Clip. I think that's the only difference.
Is it really?
Played the Giraffes without Landon, sir.
That was.
They had everyone
Ziggy,
else.
They had Ziggy and they had all those other.
Giraffes.
They had
Victory formation. Take a knee.
Yeah, they had to put it
Victory formation for him, man.
And when you really think about it,
And Albuquerque Giraffes win.
And that is your ball
They
game,
beat the Seagull
folks.
Pioneers. We will need Austin Kupfer and
40
Will
for
Wagner.
the Giraffes.
But really, I mean, we didn't have Wendell that
32
game either.
Pioneers.
So.
I think he comes from 2 of them. Hey, ask for the
the owners.
ask for the
Austin,
Coaches, please.
come here.
Hey, what's with the
Will.
trophy?
Oh, this is mine from last year.
You have to give it away. You get to keep it.
I think they're putting like a plaque on it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, buddy.
Thank you for joining us, Coach Kupfer.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I've seen better days.
Fair, fair. So, what happened? What happened towards the end of the game?
You know, I think there was a lot of tension between the teams,
Mm.
between our team, internal tension. I mean, guys were just getting mad at each other, not showing their 100%, and plus with Dylan's injury, I mean, I know Will was down on himself because he felt like he caused it. So, I mean, we played great football first half, fixed up some things on defense. We're going to have our guys back for the playoffs. We're going to have our guys back next week. I don't intend on taking another loss for this VXFL season.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
But my question for you is, you played such a great first half. Dylan Goldfarb going out. What impact did that play?
All the volunteers.
I mean, it played a big impact. I don't think it played a big impact in terms of gameplay. I think it played a huge impact emotionally. A lot of our guys were really upset with that. And, you know, people feel like, you know, if you hurt someone, you're not going to give your 100%. You know, I know Will, he might have said he was getting 100%, but, you know, I know psychologically he wasn't all there because of that. So it had a huge impact on the field and you know, mentally.
What was the injury?
Blow to the head, possible concussion. So we'll see what happens.
Where do you think the root of all this internal affair is like coming from, other than the injuries and all the flag throws and such? Like, because if you look back at the Pioneers like Instagram, you can tell everyone's having fun, everyone's partying, everyone's having a good time, and it seems like a lot of bonding. Where do you think the internal affair stems from?
Off the field, we're all great friends. You know, everybody does amazing, and it's great. But on the field, some guys don't give 100%, and that makes a few people on this team extremely upset, including myself, including Trevor O'Brien. And those are people that you don't want to make upset. I blow up on people, they get upset, and it's a downward spiral from there.
All right. Well, thank you. Better luck next week. Oh.
Will Wagner.
Mr. Will Wagner.
Mr. Will Wagner, number 2.
Hold on. Dad, Sam, bring it back down to 4, please. Yeah, no, well, no, I said last night.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
So, coming off a huge upset win where most people would have picked the Pioneers to win this game, and not by like a remarkable mark, but in good fashion, what do you have to say to those people?
I know people pick us. Obviously, going in, we were missing people. Liam, again, first-round pick gone. So I know people pick other people, obviously. But, I'm just having my guys. They didn't get down on themselves. They didn't listen to it. They were able to. When we had 8 guys, Siggy had to leave. We had 7, and they were still able to come together. Obviously, stuff happened with them, with Dylan, which sucked. But we were still able to keep control and pull out with the win. So.
Well, as a friend of yours, I'm very impressed with how you played today.
Thank you.
I think you played great. Gavin Tierney.
As Liam Basura walks up right now, actually.
Yeah, he had the ACT. So.
Gavin Tierney played incredible.
He's a player.
Coach of the year right here. Coach of the year.
Player of the year. He shows up 2 weeks.
Okay, Gavin Tierney. What was up with that kid today? He looked incredible.
He knows how to play. That's the kick return was something special. He knows how to get. He's tall, obviously. He has the wingspan, and he just knows what he's doing. Knows how to get himself open, make space. Knows those little things. So, I think second-round pick's normally not a steal, but I feel like he'd be a first-rounder if we did it again. So.
Oh, I most definitely would have taken him first.
So, happy to have him.
And what happened to you kicking? I wanted to hear the story behind it. You were a great kicker for a bit, and then you just stopped kicking.
Especially for the Cockerels.
Yeah, well, last year I don't have the biggest leg strength, so I was more focused on onsides. I can do an onside pretty well. But this year, obviously, we don't want to just focus only on sides. I think Gavin's more well-rounded with that aspect. He has a bigger leg. We saw, 4 or 5 touchbacks today. So I think he's overall a better kicker. So I just roll with my guys who I think is going to make us win.
Well, outstanding game from you, Will Wagner, from you and your team. You guys played great. And I'm waiting to see you guys next week. Who do you guys play?
Dimes.
Dimes? Well, yeah, it will be a good game. Good luck.
Best of luck later.
Thank you.
You guys play each other, right?
We do.
We get it.